Welcome back to the workbench. David here. Monday morning, took the day off so I could work with my daughter on this stuff. This one's the 1/72 scale Big Tony. This kit should go together fairly easily because we're just going to put it together box stock. We'll probably do some detail weathering and whatnot at the end, but just kind of showing you what is in this Big Tony kit. For starters, some decals that just peel off and affix nice and easy. These Bandai kits are pretty cool, very well engineered. They come together really well. We've got 2 trees. They're all labeled with a different number corresponding to the instructions. Some of them are in black and white, some in color. These I think are for the fists. Like they're, I don't know, when you look at the box art, they kind of look like that right there, missile tips. So got that. We're gonna set that off to the side. Green parts, don't rightly know where they're gonna go just yet. Some blue parts for most of the body stuff. Again, these are parts tree number B. There's 2 of them. So obviously there's gonna be like one side and then the other. I'm gonna bet those are for the arms. Then we have gray parts tree labeled D. One of those. A dark gray set of trees called G1. Nope, just G2 so far. I think there's a G1 somewhere. 2 trees labeled F. They're in a darker gray, almost black. Set those off to the side. This large one here is for the body mostly. It's tree number E right there. Then, of course, D2, which I think are some detail parts. And I think these are for the rollers that are going to be on this. And then finally more body parts under tree number C right there. And beyond that, nice little instruction sheet here. When you look at it, most of it's very well laid out. For starters, there's a section for the body, backpack, the right arm, and then of course left arm, right leg, left leg, and all of a sudden it changes color, so it looks pretty good. And they got the little decal setups and little explanations. So my daughter's excited to see this kit get built, and it's articulating. It can move back and forth. It can do all sorts of stuff. It can change position. So my daughter's excited with that. I think this one will go together rather easily, like snap tight, but just make sure you have some glue on hand just in case you need it. So let's just get cracking. Okay, as you can see here, kind of maybe from, hopefully if I can get this set up right, you can see it. I put the parts out for each step, and I get to put it together, hopefully the way they require. Now this one looks pretty straightforward because I have these little slots that it fits into just perfectly, and I just press fit. I looked at this kit before putting it together, and of course washing it and everything, letting it dry. And again, if it needs glue, then glue it as you need. And then you look at your parts, just make sure they go where they fit. So far no paint, looks good. So look for part C2. Actually, that's not C2, that's C3, but we need that here. And I'm going to set the part next to where it's at. This part is C2, and promptly drop it on the ground. So give me a second. Found it. And then of course, just like building any model car kits, what have you, just going to sand the areas that we snipped off. And as we put the kit together, my daughter and I have decided we'll weather it once the kit's. And we got that out of the way. We're going to look for part number 9, the decal, which we found was this one. And when you have decals, press on, so try to use the same X-Acto knife that I was doing for the other parts. Just peel it, kind of reposition it as needed. You have to tinker with it just a little bit. And sometimes you have to do it multiple times. But once it's in place, it should look like that. At least this part. So, not a fan of the fiddly bits, but as this kit goes together, I'm not exactly a fan of these two fiddly bits going together. Okay, so what I had to do on that one off camera was just was not fitting the way I was hoping it would fit, so I used some Tamiya extra thin cement and got it to fit. So there you go. Again, you know, you always want to kind of keep some cement handy just in case. But anyhow, back to building. So looking at this part here, seeing how it is, put that in. Again, it just pops in place. And then ultimately, fingers along to make sure everything feels smooth. Well, there you have it. After another 2.5 hours of time on the workbench, this Big Tony kit from Bandai is complete. 99% that is. Chelsea has to decide if she wants it in a seated fighting position, which I kind of like, the standing position what it's in right now, or a vehicle position. It kind of poses some problems there too, because I think we have to take the right leg apart and redo some of these parts here, especially the pivot points, because one, this kit is very top heavy, so the bottom has to support a lot of that weight, and it's just not as balanced as it should be. So we're going to take that apart and see if we can adjust it to where it will be a better balance. The kit said it could be put on its own stand, but it was sold separately. We did not buy a stand, but I'm sure she's got a doll stand upstairs around her dolls that she can adapt to fit this one next to. But otherwise, you know, it turned out to be a good kit. Not as big a Big Tony as we thought it would be. We thought it'd be a larger kit, but it only turned out to be about 5 inches by about 5 inches tall and what have you. But still, it built into a nice kit. I'm not going to complain about that, and certainly won't complain about it because my daughter picked this one out. This is the kit that she liked. She wanted to build it with me, and it was a nice change of pace from having to build model car kits. I got my friend's model car done. It's off to him, and he's going to enjoy it. Chelsea's going to enjoy this one. I'm going to get back into building actual kits for myself and for the channel, and you know, stay tuned for those, because one of them is going to be the Lotus. Going to finally get in there and work on that. But beyond that, got a NASCAR Camry I want to start working on, and yeah, really, ultimately, not a bad kit. If you pick this one up, just make sure you take your time on it. There's a lot of little parts on it, and when you're done, you're going to have some extra parts, like right there, so you can adapt and adjust. You can replace these with that. Chelsea thought the claws looked better, and I kind of agree with her. But ultimately, we're going to put some more of the decals on, redo that right leg, get it up on her shelf, and call it a day. So I hope you like this nice little change of pace from building the car kits, but I am getting back into another kit. So you'll see one later on this week, which one I started to work on, and how far we get along with that. Beyond that, you keep building the cool kits. We'll catch you next video.